Hello, I'm Rod Musser, a product manager on the Polaris team. I'm here today to introduce Polaris's new application risk scoring capability. Application risk scoring enables you to identify which applications represent the most risk to your organization. It calculates a risk score based on the severity of issues in an application and adjusts that score up or down based on business, environmental, or any other kind of risk factor relevant to your organization. Let's take a look. In Polaris, if you go to your organization settings, you'll see that we've added a new risk scoring tab. And by default, it's turned off, but to turn it on, you simply need to check the box. The next step would be to create one or more risk factors depending on your organization. We've provided one default one just to get you started, but let's take a look at what makes up a risk factor. So you can see here we have a risk factor named business criticality, and we have three categories for it: non-critical business, business supporting, or mission critical. If an application is mission critical, and if it were to be compromised in some way and not be available, that could represent risk to the organization than other applications. So we want to score this highly so that we increase the risk score of any mission critical applications. Internet facing has a bigger attack surface. That represents more risk to the organization. So we'll want to adjust the risk internal network. We'll consider that a neutral rating. Air gap networks, we want to adjust the risk down for applications that are on air gap networks. And then let's assume that in this organization, most applications are on the internal network. So we'll define that as the default category. So now that we've done that, where can I see these risk scores? Go to the portfolio, you'll see this new column called risk score, and we can sort applications by the risk score. Now, the next step would be to go into each application. Let's go into this WebGoat Enterprise application and notice its current score of 64. Let's say that this application, it is internet facing and it is mission critical to the business. Let's go ahead and save those settings. And now if we go back to our portfolio screen, we notice now that the score has changed. It went up to a score of 89. So if you go into dashboarding and you open up the Polaris Risk Dashboard, here you'll see information about the average risk score across all applications, the top 10 most riskiest applications. So this will provide reporting to executives and stakeholders about which applications represent the most risk to the organization. It can also be used by application security testing teams when they want to determine where they need to focus either remediation or training efforts. It's easy to get started with risk scoring in Polaris. To learn more about risk scoring and other features in Polaris, please visit blackduck.com/Polaris.